Hey guys, so to to begin our session on having a mostly paperless classroom, I'm going to show you how to very quickly grade your quizzes that you're going to give using Google Forms using a Google add-on called Flubaroo. If you haven't ever heard of this or you've never used it before, it is very, very good and will make things very easy, especially when it comes to grading your quizzes given through Google Forms. Now, what you see on the screen here is the new Google Forms. If you haven't switched to it yet, just a couple changes. Responses show up right here. It doesn't automatically go ahead and create that Google Sheet for you. And as you can see, just my Flubaroo test, I created this last night. I go down. This is a very tough quiz. They're all true and false, except for student name, which looks like I've not updated that one yet. Here are the responses. Now, to do this, I'm going to have to go ahead and view in Sheets. Now, when you bring it up in Sheets, you'll have to check your add-ons. If you've not downloaded Flubaroo, go to add-ons, and when you go to Get Add-ons, see Flubaroo, I've got it, so it shows up right there. It is one of the first ones that will show up on any of them, just because, again, see just over 700,000 users. It's one of the more popular ones, so it is going to be one of the first ones. If not, you can always just type it in here, type it in the search, and it will come up very quickly. So since I already have that, I don't need to add it or download it again. Go back to add-ons, Flubaroo. We're going to, I've already done this once, so I'm going to grade assignment. So the first part, you're going to choose which items need to be graded, which ones don't. The first one is just student name, so I do not need to grade that one. Just going to be identifying the student. The rest of them, they're going to be normal grading, and they're going to be worth 1 point. Now, the options for grading, you can say this doesn't need to be graded, so skip that one. You can choose that it identifies the student for the student name, or you can say I'm going to grade it by hand in case you're doing a short answer or an essay question. But for this case, to make this as simple as possible, all of these are going to be normal grading. So move on to the next one. This is where you're going to submit, you're going to choose which one should be used as the answer key. I've not submitted an answer key myself, so I'm going to use Dwight Schrute's answers as the answer key. He knows a lot of facts, not just Bears, Beats, or Battlestar Galactica, apparently. So we will use his as the answer key, and it's grading our assignment. And what it does now is it creates a new worksheet called Grades. So student submissions are still there, as you can see here. You go down to Grades. Here are all of our grades down across the bottom, and it shows you item by item, ones for correct responses, zeros for incorrect responses. Looks like the only other student that can match Dwight's 100% is Jim Halpert. Imagine that. So that's how quickly you can grade responses with or grade quizzes with Flubaroo using Google Forms. So just imagine you've given your entire class, 15-question quiz using Google Forms. They've submitted all the responses. You've already had your key put in there. A couple clicks of the mouse. Everyone's graded. You have all their names right here, their percentages right there. It's done. No more collecting worksheets and then take them home, grading them by hand. You're ready to move on. Now, you can also, if other people are wanting to see these results, you can also go over here to View Report, and it gives you a little histogram action to show you how everybody did on each item of the, or how everybody did on the quiz itself in just a second. So just a little more data for you there. And again, that's a really quick brief overview on Flubaroo. I really think it's the best way to go about it, plus Google Forms is the best way to go about giving quizzes and grading them to make it as quick and efficient as possible. It's easy for the kids, easy on you. Thanks.